Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Mr. Davis. Before we get on with today's main stories like Matt Riddle's contract status with WWE and a controversial string of tweets from a Retribution star, let's remember two of the wrestlers we lost last year. Former WWE star JTG has tweeted happy birthday to his Crime Time tag team partner Shad Gaspard, who tragically died when he was swept away by a rip current in May. Today, you would have been 40 years old. I wish you were still here because I would have roasted you on how old you were and photoshopped your picture on a box of Just for Men M60 Jet Black. I miss you and happy birthday. Love you, bro. Pause. Happy birthday, Shad. Crime Time for life. And honouring his late bludgeon brother, Eric Rowan has unveiled a tattoo tribute to his former tag partner, Brodie Lee, with one of their bludgeoning mallets with the inscription Brodie, which is brother in Old Norse. Monday's episode of Raw was odd for many reasons. The WWE champion Drew McIntyre revealed he had recently tested positive for coronavirus, the first public acknowledgement of a COVID case by WWE. Triple H made his return to set up a burning hammer in the main event. No, not that one. And Alexa Bliss has fire powers now. Quick, I need a water-type Pokemon to defeat her. Bobby Splashley, I choose you. But arguably the most frustrating part of a frustrating episode, it was certainly my biggest problem with the show, was how they booked Matt Riddle to tap out in minutes to that aforementioned Splashley 1. Riddle's tenure in WWE has seen him annoy management on an almost bi-monthly basis, getting heat with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg by repeatedly saying he was going to retire them, which even reportedly angered Vince McMahon. In last year's Rumble match, he was eliminated in 41 seconds by King Corbin as speculated punishment. McMahon took a liking to him again on his SmackDown main roster call-up in June, but that was soured by speaking out allegations made against him. He was drafted to Raw under a reported cloud of backstage heat, but again managed to turn that around, impressing both officials and the locker room with a great TV match against Sheamus, getting him a place on the men's Survivor Series team. He's been pushed relatively strongly since, with Vince apparently finding his one-dimensional stoner gimmick very funny, booking him in a month-long feud with the Hurt Business, building to a United States title shot against Lashley at the Royal Rumble, which abruptly ended on Monday's Raw by having Riddle tap out in 2 minutes. A show, mind you, that desperately needed longer matches, as members of the roster had to be pulled due to COVID, with many wrestlers having to work double duty. And now we might know the reason why. Riddle's 3-year deal with WWE that he signed in 2018 is set to expire in August, at which point you'd expect there to be a lot of interest in him from AEW. The Wrestling Observer reported he was offered a new 3-year deal worth $400,000 a year with a $50,000 bonus for every show he did in Saudi Arabia. But apparently, he's still yet to commit long-term to WWE. Thanks for your support on Patreon, Ryan B. Bad and the British Bulldog, Philip Boy J. Smith Jr. Fightful Select added that Riddle wasn't interested in renewing his WWE contract and that he would let it expire this summer, but then WWE came back with more money and it was thought he'd sign at the end of 2020. But speaking about Riddle's sudden quick defeat by Lashley on Raw, Alvarez said, "Remember when they offered him a new deal? I don't think he's signed yet. Just want to throw that out there." We've seen WWE use their start-stop push booking as a negotiating ploy many times over the years, like how Rusev was humiliated on weekly TV when he was refusing to re-sign, which again was also by Bobby Lashley. Is that why his intimidating face looks like he's gonna cry? I don't want to humiliate these guys, Vince. Initial plans had Riddle to face Lashley at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view for the US title. While that could still happen, the genuine build of seeing two former MMA fighters clash has been completely scuppered. What do you think is going on with Riddle in WWE? Let me know in the comments, where I'll be replying from out of nowhere, saying bro. Perhaps Riddle would have just preferred to be one of the many wrestlers left off this week's show for no reason. Due to McIntyre's positive COVID diagnosis on Sunday, with Dave Meltzer reporting at least 4 others have been affected, including a SmackDown star, a big name who recently returned, and an NXT talent, Raw was written almost on the fly, with the script still not finished by the time the show went on air. So a normal week of Monday Night Raw then. But bafflingly, PW Insider is reporting several big names were perfectly healthy and backstage, but were simply not used, including Raw Women's Champion Asuka, the Tag Team Champions Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, Angel Garza, Ricochet, Nikki Cross, and Humberto Carrillo. Well, you've got to make room for that young up-and-comer, the 71-year-old immunocompromised Ric Flair. Because legends ain't just for Legends Night, Dave Meltzer is reporting Ric is going to be a regular on TV, paired with Lacey Evans against his daughter Charlotte. Evans gloated about kayfabe shagging Charlotte's dad on Twitter. I don't know what's better, the win, the money, the sweet, or pissing off the Queen. Painting nails emoji. Thank you, Daddy. Ric Flair, work smarter, not harder. Ugh. Which brought a reply from Charlotte's real-life fiancé, Andrade. You need someone in your corner. Thinking face emoji, Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte could do with a tag partner if she's going up against Ric Flair and Lacey Evans. Oh wait, they're called Asuka, her co-women's tag team champion. Although I did forget that too. Charlotte and Andrade as an intergender power couple act was pitched before Flair's return last month, but was reportedly shot down. Andrade, one of the promotion's most talented wrestlers and one of the biggest lucha libre stars of the last decade, hasn't been seen on WWE TV since October. But while there were many changes on Raw, one thing was always reportedly planned. The top rope breaking spot when Keith Lee charged John Morrison into the corner, which has been revealed as just a way to transition into the commercial break. All that didn't amount to much though, with Raw drawing an average of 1.82 million viewers against tough competition from college football. But it is still way down from the previous Monday's 2.13 million. WWE always hoped the ratings would return along with live fans in attendance, but it seems we'll have to wait even longer than projected. WWE held off on announcing the Royal Rumble date for as long as possible, hoping they'd be able in some way to have live fans in attendance. Because who's going to count down from 10 and do the annoying buzzer noise without a crowd? The very reliable WrestleVotes though have now explained why. The fact of the matter is WWE views the stress, manpower and complete undertaking of removing the Thunderdome for one night as just too much to make it all work. Sad but true, the wait continues. With John Alba adding the increased COVID cases in the United States requiring a closed set. NXT, meanwhile, is meeting the situation, whoa, halfway there. Since rebranding the Performance Center to the Capitol Wrestling Center, NXT has had a mini Thunderdome setup with pre-recorded fans from Raw and SmackDown. From this Wednesday though, those on-screen fans will be live. Virtually. As in they're watching it live but they're not there. Brace yourself, NXT, the Pikachus are coming. Retribution has been one of the worst booked wrestling factions in recent history, but at least their Twitter game has been good, right? Incorrect. Fresh off his Raw victory over Xavier Woods on Monday, Biker Mice from Farts member T-Bar, Dominik Dijakovic from NXT, started an inter-promotional feud with AEW star Sammy Guevara, which went so badly for him, he decided to delete all his related tweets. But here they all are anyway. He initially started off with, "Some little teenage virgin on AEW stole my finisher like 4 years ago after we did a show together. I'd steal something from his moveset, but it's all just Ricochet's moves." Sammy Guevara realized it was him and replied, "Someone tell Teabag the move actually belongs to Matt DeMorist, the guy he stole it from. And I'm just trying to get the move to be seen since you know he's never on TV. Also, while you are sitting doing nothing in catering on Monday, check out the newest vlog." While FTR's Dax Harwood added, "Stole my finisher? My finisher? Face with tears of joy emoji. The guy's an idiot. He's lucky to even be in the business. T-Bar carried on though, replying to Sammy, I could never understand what your problem was with me. I was always polite to you, complimented your matches. I think you hated my style. So weird. Hope all is well. You usually seem like a nice enough dude. And then brought up remarks Sammy made about Sasha Banks 4 years ago, which caused him to be suspended by AEW. Someone tell Panda Kid I had a singles match on TV last night and I didn't steal the move from some backyarder. I thought of it in a professional wrestling ring with Kill for Nova. Try being creative sometime instead of, oh, I don't know, making jokes about rape. T-Bar eventually realized, you know what, everyone is right. This is a dumb argument, and I'm deleting my contributions to it. Sammy wins via tap out. Remember when Brock Lesnar and Matt Riddle had a verbal altercation backstage at last year's Royal Rumble? Find out what happened by clicking the video on the right, and watch the latest WrestleTalk news by clicking the video below that to find out what else is going on in wrestling right now. Give us a subscribe for daily wrestling news videos. I've been Mr. Davis. Jam that jam.